What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Scent Bubble. This is a hot take. I've talked about this fragrance a lot. A lot of people ask me, hey, Scent Bubble, what should I get from Azzaro's line? And they're typically not asking about things like Chrome because Chrome is quite dated. They're asking about the Wanted series. Wanted, Wanted by Night, the Most Wanted, etc. And I typically always only go with two fragrances. Wanted by Night Parfum and the Most Wanted Parfum. And so for that reason, I revisited the Most Wanted Parfum because I think the Parfums in all three of the lines is the best one. However, again, I only recommend Wanted by Night and the Most Wanted Parfum for the most sophisticated, complex, and alluring DNAs of the trios in each set. Again, this is the Most Wanted Parfum. And it's quite nice. I really do like it. I think for a younger person, this could be a 9 out of 10 fragrance. I think for somebody who's a collector or has more than 20 bottles of fragrance just entering into the Wanted series of any kind, this is more like an 8. I don't really give things decimal ratings, guys. If I could, I'd give it like an 8.5 or something like that. But to be honest, decimals are ridiculous. They just are. It's an above average, solid performer, seductive nighttime fragrance. This is date night. This is nightlife. So you could be single with nightlife here. You could do date. If you're married, I don't care. It goes great with the opposite sex. It's alluring. It's somewhat mysterious. It's a little bit sweet. The reason, again, that I like the Parfum over the EDP or EDT is because the sweetness is tucked a little bit more. You get a little bit more of the different facets to this fragrance. It's a little bit warm, spicy, ambery. It's a bit sweet. It's a bit floral. It's perfect. The sweetness is middle of the road, probably like a 6 out of 10 in terms of sweetness. I'm not rating it. I'm saying the power of the sweetness is about a 5 or a 6 out of 10. So it's definitely there, but it's tucked in a way that allows you to appreciate all of the surrounding notes, namely the woods, the florals, the warm, spicy elements of this. It's not too spicy. It's an extremely smooth, sweet fragrance, similar to the smooth, seductive sweetness you would find in some of the Jean Paul Gaultier fragrances, but it's got a dark, mysterious kind of quality to it. Dark, warm, slightly spicy, sweet-esque type of fragrance. And you're just going to constantly bring your nose to this. This is the fragrance where when you go out with the opposite sex, she's going to want to get close and fall asleep in your jacket type of feel. But this is solid. When I give it an 8, guys, don't think, oh, because it's close to a 7, it might not be worth considering. No, this is money well spent. Just make sure you go to your discounters to get the lowest possible price, obviously, and don't consider the EDP or the EDT. It's not that they're not good. It's just in this designer category, you want to get the most niche smelling fragrance with the most dimension and the most character because you're going to stand out next to the average guy wearing something off the retail shelf. So again, Parfum is really nice. Again, I want to call it a 9, but because I'm so familiar with this fragrance and I know plenty of other DNAs that kind of beat it out in 2025, I'm saying, it's an 8 out of 10 for me. But for somebody in school or in college or something like that, this absolutely would be like a 9 out of 10 signature date night fragrance that will always get the job done. And in my opinion, over something like a Jean Paul Gaultier or a Dolce & Gabbana K type of fragrance. This is more mature. Again, it's got that sweetness, but it's dressed up very nice, has a good amount of complexity. It's not the moon and the stars, but as long as you fit the role and you've got some good attire on, you've got a good mouthpiece to you, you could talk a good game, you know what I'm saying? The fragrance will carry you all the way to home base. A great fragrance, 8 or 9 out of 10. This was the Most Wanted from Azzaro Parfum edition, and stick with the Parfum. It's better than the EDP and EDT, and I think it's money well spent. Go to the discounters. This was the Scent Bubble. Hot takes. Signing off. Peace.